Although you may be able to write an essay with sufficient evidence and analysis, oftentimes the depth of the argument is lost if you do not include transitions. Transitions are the links in your essay that cue the reader into your thought process. They indicate how certain thoughts are connected with other ideas. Oftentimes when writing, students forget this step. They may see a perfect connection between two facts or arguments, but if that connection or sequence is not articulated through a transition, then the reader may miss the main point. Transitions help to make great essays. Our video today looks at the 3 main places in an essay where you will want to intentionally include transitions. The first place you want to be intentional about including transitions is in the opening sentence of each body paragraph. When you are starting a new paragraph, you are introducing a new idea. For your reader, this can be a confusing jump. Be sure you connect that idea to the main thesis idea, and even possibly to the previous paragraph. The next place you want to be intentional about including transition is between a fact and the explanation of the consequences of that fact. You will want to show a relationship between the facts and those consequences. These phrases are critical in a social sciences essay because they indicate that you recognize analysis, or the relationship between events and their results. Some words that you might use would include therefore, consequently, as a result, accordingly, or thus. Another place where you want to be intentional about including transitions is between arguments. Sometimes this may mean numbering your arguments so that the reader can anticipate how much support you will provide. Words such as first, second, and finally will be helpful here. Or you can use transitions to indicate a shift in the argument. Phrases such as furthermore, or in the same way, or in addition would be helpful in this sense because they cue the reader that you are moving on to a new point, but that point may or may not be directly related to the last point. They help the reader to follow you and not feel as if you abruptly ended a point and jumped to another one before the argument was complete. Finally, you want to be intentional about including transitions at the end of each paragraph. This will help to lead your reader into the new topic. This is probably the most neglected of opportunities, to transition your reader from one more general topic to another. Nevertheless, it is probably also one of the most critical to a great essay. In the last sentence within a paragraph, try to wrap up that paragraph, and then also identify a connection with the ideas that will be introduced in the next paragraph. What unites them is usually your thesis statement. If they are similar paragraphs, you could use the phrases in the same way or similarly. If they are different, you could use phrases such as however, nevertheless, in contrast, or on the other hand. There are lists of transitional words and phrases that you can use or find online. Identify a few, become familiar with them, so that you can use them often throughout your work. It would be helpful to print a list of transitional words or phrases and keep them nearby when writing a take-home essay or paper. Every sentence you write has a purpose, and in your mind, it connected to the previous sentence. Transitions help you to communicate that connection for your reader, and they make your arguments more powerful.